Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity. November 8033 Fox, a Cessna flight training device that I built right here at home. It is Friday, the 10th of March, 2023. I hope you all have had a good week thus far. We last flew on Tuesday, if I recall. We grabbed our Wings IFR 14 rating from Boston Virtual ARTCC. WestJet, hello, my friend. No worries about not being able to stay. Always a pleasure anyway. Hey Drippy, hello. Always a pleasure. Um, this evening, something a little bit different. We're going to be flying into Amboy. It's an abandoned airfield in the San Bernardino County, California. I am hosting the event with the Virtual USA Flying Club. I thought it might be something a little bit different to fly into an abandoned airfield. Fortunately, there was scenery available for both Flight Simulator, Microsoft, and X-Plane 11 and 12. So that's our plan. We're going to fly into Amboy, and for departure, I've decided that we're going to fly out of Big Bear. JPC, hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that resubscription there. Always a pleasure. JPC, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, is the founder of the Virtual USA Flying Club. So if you don't already follow his channel on Twitch, please take a moment to do so. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, you can do so via just a second. This link will take you to the Discord invite for the Virtual USA Flying Club. Big Bear is our departure. I don't even know where Amboy is in relationship to Big Bear yet. I figured we can just plan this together. I just hope it's somewhat reasonable. So we're here at L35, Lima 35, Big Bear City. Field elevation 6,752 feet. And looks like its runway is about 5,800 feet long. If I remember right, the last time I flew out of Big Bear, there was a certain departure procedure that we had to follow for noise abatements. Let's see here if I can find this. There's a right traffic out of run. Right traffic for 08. I knew that. I might have to look that up. Let's see. Procedure. Departure. Sparky Pilot 86, hello, good evening, welcome. That's gonna bother me now. Let's look this up real quick. Where is... There it is. Big Bear L35. What would I want to call that? Arrival diagram. I used to have it, and okay, there it is. That's what I want to see. Approach departure procedure. Let's go to Big Bear City Airport. Let's go directly to the airport's webpage. Fly Big Bear. What do I want to see here? Approach departure procedures. This is what I want to see. First, I think we need to figure out which direction we're heading, and then we can kind of figure out our departure. So we are at Big Bear. Let's go ahead and create a flight plan. Lima 35. Airport in Big Bear City. And the closest FAA identifier to Amboy when I did the briefing was CA90. Okay, 68 nautical miles, so that's not awful. Let's take a look at what we have to deal with. Okay, we have 29 Palms, MCAS, restricted airspace. Absolutely. There's a lot of airports have a special arrival and departure procedure for noise abatement. So thank you for thanking me for pointing that out. And I do that mostly for just to try and keep things as realistic as possible. Especially as a rear-wheeled student pilot. So this is stuff that I want to try and know how to access and things like that. So before we get too far into this, I do want to go over the event document just real quick. Let me find that here. Events, let's see, there it is. Okay. An uncharted airport that's been closed for several years has been reopened by special request for a Virtual USA Flying Club fly-in. Roy's Diner will be open and waiting for us to gather together for a great time. Pilot's choice of aircraft, piston power is probably best due to the terrain. We're going to be using the Cessna 206. Amboy Airfield, formerly known as Roy, is located at 34.56 degrees north and 115.75 degrees west, 45 nautical miles off of the GFS VOR, radio 205, and 38 nautical miles off of the HEC VOR, radio 102. Since it's no longer charted, I went ahead and provided that information so that our pilots know how to get there. This is how it was depicted on the last sectional I was able to find. It's a 1960 LA sectional, which says that it has a field and at the time it was known as Roy. The airport was known as Roy, with a field elevation of 670 and looks like a 3,700 foot long runway. And then for the event, we're going to be VFR only. We do need to file a VFR flight plan. We're going to use this Cadiz airstrip as our destination. We're going to put our remarks in the flight plan as well. Pleased to hear the Virtual USA Flying Club etiquette, and I've provided some links to the scenery required for this evening's flight. Okay, enough about that briefing. Let's head over and talk about our actual flight briefing. Okay. I did get permission for everyone to transition the restricted area if need be. For all intents and purposes, the airspace is cold for this evening. However, if that airspace was active, how would I get to where I need to go? So there's Cadiz. We actually need to go to Amboy. I'm just going to put that there. Alright, 58 nautical miles. What do we have surrounding the restricted area? Bristol MOA, which is a military operations area. Again, we don't necessarily need explicit permission to fly into the MOA, but we do need to be vigilant about flying into the MOA. We do need permission to fly into the restricted airspace. Let's jump back over to Big Bear. We know we're heading east now. Okay, so what is this? This says runway. If we're going to be departing, let's see, what do I want here? Approaching, we don't want to download. We're departing, and I guess we need to figure out what runway we're going to use out of Big Bear. Let's jump back over here and take a look at our weather. Speaking of weather, for this evening's flight, you will need to bear with me. We will be using the beta version of Active Sky XP for X-Plane 12. We're going to be using as much of the information as we can. It's going to put our clouds in, and we're IFR to low IFR last time I checked. Active Sky does not give us the option to remove the clouds completely. So what we do is it injects the weather, then I go into X-Plane's weather and remove the clouds, and it uses that same weather until it does its next weather update, which is currently every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes I may have to go into our weather settings and remove those clouds again, because I want to use Active Sky. I want to see how well the beta is working, and I want to see how well it's injecting the winds and temperatures and how accurate it actually is. So weather-wise, we may have to just jump into the weather settings and clear out our clouds. So we're heading east, and weather at Big Bear. Marginal VFR winds are 250 at 10 to 19. We got a broken layer at 1000, broken 1700, and overcast at 4500, and that's AGL. So keep that in mind. Our field elevation is about 6500 feet. All right. So we still have clouds above us. I want to thank everyone for coming in today. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see. So winds, we know we're going to want to take runway 26, and we're going to be departing to, we'll just call it the northeast. Alright, so there it is. Trying to remember what these checkpoints are here. I know one's a school. I want to say this east one is a school. Alright, there's the school. Alright, so that first checkpoint's about midfield on the runway. So I'm assuming it's going to be that area there. And then looks like it's going to want us to kind of continue east and head up. Okay. Alright. So that's going to be our plan. We're going to have to depart runway 26, kind of follow the shoreline, almost dogleg, make a dogleg departure, and then grab a downwind outside of that school. And then from there we can go ahead and proceed northeast. So for us, that'll work out just fine. Okay. There's the school. We need to be on the south side of the school. As long as we're parallel with the runway and on the south side of the school, we will be doing just fine. And then once we pass the school, then we can make our turn on course. That's our departure. Altitude en route 6,200 feet. It's like north of us 11,800 feet. So we do need to keep terrain and elevation into consideration. Density, altitude we need to keep into consideration. How are we going to get there? If we don't want to fly through the restricted area, what's going to be our best way to get there? We could possibly go north and grab the Hector VOR. Direct 2 would still kind of put us through the restricted. If we go direct there from the Hector VOR. We could use possibly Ludlow here as a checkpoint. That kisses the restricted. So why don't, if we were to say use Ludlow and then follow I-40 for say 10 miles, could possibly do that. So what is that? 5 Charlie Alpha 4. What heading was that, did we say? 10 miles on the heading of 081. So here's how I'm going to do this. 5 Charlie Alpha 4. Okay. Then I'm going to put a slash. Then I'm going to put my heading, which was 082. Then I'm going to put another slash. Then I'm going to put my distance in miles that I want to make that point at, which was 10. What that's going to do is that's just going to put a point right there, which I can then move over and then add that checkpoint onto my nav log. So 10 miles east following I-40. And then from there I can make a straight shot down to Amboy. That is one tentative route, and we're looking at 78 nautical miles. Let's go ahead and save that. Okay. Let's try the south, see what happens. And then, time is 8:14. Alright, we need to get up in the air here in a little bit. From here, if we go the south route, we could almost go direct to the 29 Palms VOR. Okay, that keeps us south of the restricted and out of the MOA. from there, we could use this little cutout. Yeah, we could either use this little cutout and go up and over. Maybe that's what we'll do. Let's do that. So we could, from the 29 Palms VOR, we could follow this 028 radial. For about 17 miles. I don't even have to do that far. Right. 34 degrees, 17 miles from TNP. TNP, 34 degrees, 17 miles. That's already a longer route. So maybe we don't want to go that way. We got 91 nautical miles there. And then if I wanted to overfly Cadiz, .96 nautical miles. 6 of one, half dozen the other. We'll call this one Amboy 2. So let's go here. Okay. And that's the one we just looked at. .78 nautical miles for the first route. Rob Valkyrie, hello. And .96 nautical miles for the second route. So we're going to take the first route. Via the Hector VOR. 78 nautical miles. And our stationary gets, well, we're high up in the mountains. So we'll figure, I want to figure 17 gallons per hour of flight time. And we got 78 nautical miles. .78 nautical miles. What did I just say? 17 gallons per hour. Cruise today, we'll cruise maybe 110 per hour. And that's nautical miles. 78 over 110 equals X over 17 gallons, because it's going to take 17 gallons to travel that 110 nautical miles. So cross multiply and divide, we will take 78 and we'll multiply that by 17. That gives us 1,326, in which we'll divide that by 110. 12.0545, so we'll just say 12.1. 12.1 gallons fuel minimum to make that flight. Um, let's add about an hour or so, about another 17 gallons an hour, 17 gallons for ground ops, taxi run up, that sort of thing. And then let's add our half hour for daytime VFR. So 17, that's 34, and then 8, 42. 42 gallons. That's going to be our fuel. We're going to round that up to probably 50, 60. In case we want to do a little bit of sightseeing, whatever the case may be. Can never have too much fuel. We're still going to be plenty within our flight envelope. So 60 gallons total, 30 gallons in each wing is going to be our fuel for this evening. I think we're finally ready to head to the plane. After I probably bored everyone to death doing all the pre-flight regulatory type stuff. Alright, we'll see you over at the aircraft in just a moment. Oh man. Hello everyone. Hope you didn't get too wet on the walk out to the plane. Looks quite a bit dreary out there today. We may be having to clear this weather out. We'll see what the ATIS has to say once we get things started up here. Bear with me just a second. I gotta plug this thing in. Okay. Let's ensure that we have the appropriate checklist for the bird that we're flying this evening, and sure enough, we do. Let's go ahead and do our weight and balance real quick. Let's get our tie downs off. You and I on board. You and I both weigh the same. And we decided on 30 gallons. Is that correct? Scratch pad. 60 total, 30 per wing. Okay. Alright, that looks good there. We are well within our flight envelope. What else do we need to do? We're just going to do a real quick walk around, exterior walk around. Kind of hard to tell, but I don't see any oil on the ground. All the tires look good. Lights and everything were working. Light controls. Rudder. Okay. Beacon. Taxi, landing. Red with the strobe. White in the rear. Beacon's good. VFR antenna's intact. Green on the right with the strobe. Alright. Let's get back in the aircraft, get all of these loads off. Let's get our bird started up and get going. Let me go ahead and connect to the VATSIM network. Connecting as type 206, that is correct. Okay, the Hector VOR is going to be our kind of our first navigational aid there. Okay, pre-flight, walk around, already done. Fuel's already done. For this flight, please go ahead and keep your seatbelt fastened for the duration of the flight. Tach time right now is 33.9er. I've almost got 34 hours in this plane. Circuit breakers all in and alternate static air is in. I'm going to move right along to our start checklist. Where are we at here? Seat check, we are scooted up. Avionics are off. Autopilot's off. Cowl flaps are open. Mixture is going full rich. Prop is high. And throttle's closed. Brakes are on. Clear prop. Looks clear on the left. Looks clear on the right. Clear in front. Master on. Beacon on. Fuel pump. Rich. Fuel pump off. Okay, brakes are on and mags to start. Looking for oil pressure. Alright, we do have oil pressure. Fuel gauges are looking good. Let's turn our landing light on for safety. And we'll move right along to our pre-taxi checklist. Seat belts, get that on. flaps are up, avionics are on, going on now. One, two, two. Let's see if. So we should get active sky ATIS on 122.0. It should pull the closest METAR station.
Kilo Lima 35. Airport information. Kilo 0115. Zulu. Weather. Wind 249er at 6. Gusting to 16. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1300. Broken ceiling 1700. Overcast. Temperature 3. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3007. Advise on initial contact that you have information. Kilo Kilo Lima 35. Airport information. Kilo 0115. Zulu. Weather. Wind 249er at 6. Gusting to 16. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1300. Broken ceiling 1700. Overcast. Temperature 3. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3007. Advise on initial contact that you have information. Kilo.
Okay.
Kilo Lima 35. Airport information. Kilo 0115. Zulu. Weather. Wind 249er at 6. Gusting to 16. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1300. Broken ceiling 1700. Overcast. Temperature 3. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3007. Advise on initial contact that you have information. Kilo.
Alright, so active sky ATIS is working. It is broadcasting as expected on its frequency of 122.000. We're broken. Our ceiling is 1300 AGL. We can try it. Where's this gonna happen? Like I said, we're gonna have to clear these clouds out. But we do have a lot of terrain around here. Tell you what, we're gonna clear them out for now. Overcast. I'm gonna remove that cloud layer. Move this cloud layer. Keep everything else. Okay.
Kilo Lima 35. Airport information. Lima 0115. Zulu. Weather. Wind 249er at 6. Gusting to 16. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1300. Broken ceiling 1700. Overcast. Temperature.
So on its next download interval, it's gonna inject its new cloud layers, whatever it may be at the time. But for all intents and purposes, right now, winds are 249er and 6 gusting 16. Altimeter 3007. Okay. We do not have any overlying ATC coverage currently. Big Bear is uncontrolled. We're gonna take runway 26. Let's get on VATSIM Unicom 122.8. Okay. What else do we need? ADS-B transponder, Smooth Charlie. ADS-B is tied into our nav lights. Let's get those on. Heading indicator to compass. Okay. Bricks, we're testing the roll as well as our attitude and turn coordinator. Rudder trim.
Alright, well, temperature has come up, so we can do a run up when we get down to the end of the runway. Instead of press hold there. Parking brakes going off. Big Bear traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot at the ramp, taxiing runway 26, Big Bear. I am going to bring up the Virtual USA Pilot Club Discord and hang out in that channel. Alright. Hello everyone.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
No atmospheric rivers out in this part of the desert.
Okay. Winds were 249er. Not much of a crosswind at all. Let's go down here and do a run up. It's cold enough outside, doesn't really matter what direction we're going to be facing. DreamNet, hello? Be joining shortly. Outstanding.
Big Bear City traffic, Cessna November 38 Romeo, taxi in 26 via Alpha. Big Bear City.
Oh, we got Rob here. Alright, let's do a run up. Brakes are on. Fuel is on our left tank currently. Trim is set for takeoff, both rudder and elevator. Flight controls down on the right, up on the left, down on the left, up on the right. Elevator, rudder are true and responsive. Okay, what else do we need here? Nothing on the annunciator panel. Instruments are looking good. Okay, mixture's full rich. Brakes are on, 1700, here we go. Left mag, there's a drop. Right mag, there's a bit of a drop. Cycle the prop. 1. 2. And 3. Looking for the oil pressure to drop, manifold pressure to rise. Okay. Suction is good. Oil pressure, oil temperature looking good. Good fuel flow. Okay, let's go ahead and idle back. Check our throttle friction. Okay, that feels good there. Run up checklist is complete. I think we're ready to go. It's all good to go. KW for life, hello? Hope you're doing well this evening. Getting ready to depart out of Big Bear City and head to Amboy. Big Bear City traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is taking runway 26. Going to be making a left downwind departure to the northeast, Big Bear City.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
How about that? We'll see what happens. Alright, because we do have real world winds, so let's see what happens.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Full power. Rudder for center.
Big Bear City traffic, 3 Romeo landing at runway 26, Big Bear City.
Airspeed's coming alive. And let's rotate. Positive rate. Right. Here's the bay.
Big Bear City traffic, Cessna 114 Whiskey Papa, taxiing runway 26, Big Bear.
Well, I got a few people coming out of Big Bear. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and make our turn into our downwind. There's our cloud level right there. Looks like it just injected our new clouds again.
Big Bear City traffic, 3 Romeo, departing runway 26, we'll be making a left downwind departure to the east, Big Bear City. Big Bear traffic, 4 Whiskey Papa, lining up runway 26, Big Bear.
Big Bear City traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is on the left downwind, and we're going to be departing the area to the northeast, Big Bear. Alright, we gotta clear these clouds out real quick.
Nancy, meet you guys over.
Alright, so we do know that it's giving us wind shear alerts, so that aspect is working. It does seem to be injecting the proper weather, so in that regard it does seem to be working. Hector VOR, what's the Hector VOR? 112.7.
Big Bear traffic, 3 Romeos, clear to runway 26, left downwind departure to the east, last call, Big Bear.
112.7. Let's see if we can grab that.
114 Whiskey Papa, departing runway 26, left downwind departure to the east, Big Bear.
Sounds like we're capturing that. Okay, yep, so that station's working. So to get there, we need to fly a heading of about 010, it looks like. Welcome, Mark. Tabletop Android, hello. "35 miles to that VOR. Whew, it is awfully windy. My CFI did say I need to work on my crosswind landings. What better great opportunity to do it than playing into Amboy with the Virtual USA Flying Club. I do want to thank everyone for coming in today, even though we're getting tossed around like a rag doll up here. There's a little bit smoother air. We are technically heading north. We should technically be closer to 75 or 9,500 feet based on the direction we are flying. Mark, Tabletop Android, it does not get awfully hot in here, not even in the summer. But right now it's everything kind of sits on hardwood, so the carpet, there's no carpet to retain heat, and it's above my basement, which is relatively cool year round, about 65 degrees. So, the ambient temperature in here really doesn't get all terribly warm.
Big Bear traffic 114, Bravo's and left downwind for runway 26, and we're going to be departing the area. Last call, Big Bear.
Strandle, appreciate that.
But it's Charlie, November 2 Golf, calling aircraft departing Big Bear. How's the weather over there? Big Bear weather is terrible. Roger. I'm stuck in Dock 4 near the mountains, north of your position. It's awful with the wind. Yeah, pretty gusty and overcast, about 500 and rain. Copy that.
Tell you what, let's... I don't know if we have enough room to drop down to 7,500 or not. We're coming off of our needle here. Let's try it. Let's drop down to 7,500 and see how that works out for us. If that doesn't work out, we'll have to climb up to 9,500. Just not comfortable cruising east at 85. Fuel flow's looking good. Not burning nearly as much as I thought we might be. Get this colder air. I think 7,500 will work out just fine for us. I don't get to play with the buttons over here very much. I'm gonna try to fly over there again. Tried it one time.
Hello.
Hello. Tried it one time after I put this yoke in over here. Flying from the right seat's very weird. Alright, heading indicator to compass. That makes more sense. I was trying to figure out why my heading bug wasn't adding up, because I apparently had some drift there going on, and we apparently descended below where I wanted to be. Let's get back up to 7,500. I do. Tabletop Android. The kids fly here. Girlfriend flies occasionally. I need to get a couple rear-wheel pilots in here. Put this thing, fly a couple approaches. Some rear-wheel instrument pilots. Because if there's any changes I need to make, I want to do those before I submit the QAG. Young Eagles is an amazing program. My CFI flies Young Eagles on occasion with our local EAA chapter. So that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to sign up for that. Looks like we're 14.3 miles DME out of the Hector VOR. And then from Hector, we're gonna
First, traffic sky 4 Jet Alpha, taxiing from Daggett Aviation to runway 22, Marstown.
We're gonna land here at Ludlow, mostly because I forgot to file my VFR flight plan on the VATSIM network, and I can't do that from the air. So I want to do that. I want to land at Ludlow. We'll do that from the ground.
What's the wind looking like it's favoring over to Amboy?
Mine's coming out runway 27, but it's the shortest runway.
Fantastic.
Landing west at Amboy. If Ludlow is not modeled, we're just gonna put our bird down on the ground. I would imagine it's in here though. Alright, let's get these clouds back out of here again. I could set the interval up to 30 minutes on Active Sky XP, so we only have to clear them out every 30 minutes. But that's also 30 minutes if the winds aren't changing either, and I like the winds to change every 15 minutes. I might just email the developer and see, ask them if they can just implement that. Like, can we just have everything but the clouds, or have the option to do everything but the clouds? In my opinion, both in X-Plane 11 and 12, Active Sky has been the most accurate weather engine. So we can retain that accuracy and not necessarily have to draw the clouds, and that would be great. The NOAA weather plugin gave us that ability, which is my number 2 go-to for X-Plane 11. But right now that plugin is still a work in progress for X-Plane 12. Six miles out of the Hector VOR. Let's talk about Ludlow real quick. Looks like 0826. 2,600 feet long, 60 feet wide. Field elevation is 1,700. And we're 4.4 miles DME from our VOR. The closer we get, the harder it's going to keep track. The harder it is to keep track of.
I believe they did close the Highway 66. There's not a car in sight.
Barstow traffic,
Yes, for us,
40
baby.
Alpha, taking runway 22, left crosswind, departure to the east, Barstow.
I'm hoping to be flying like less than 15 minutes. Dude, I hate having to install the monometric for X-Men.
Alright, is that I-40 right there? Sure is. Okay. So that means our VOR is like just right across I-40, huh? Alright, let me lift my right wing, looks clear. I'll make our turn to the right. I don't know if I'll be able to see the VOR. Sometimes we can. Oh yeah, it's modeled.
So traffic's coming 4-Jet Alpha, or stationary 4-Jet Alpha is on departure leg at runway 22, Barstow. Barstow traffic, stationary 4-Jet Alpha is left crossing at runway 22, departing the area to the east, last calls, Barstow.
Ludlow, let's see, 14 nautical miles. And was it a left downwind for 26? Yep. So we're just going to enter a left downwind runway 26 at Ludlow to file our VFR flight plan, which we silly forgot to do before we departed. Unfortunately, we can't file while we're flying, which is weird.
So, what runway should the wind favor on?
The shorter runway, landing west, 27.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
$5,500. Field elevation was 1,700. Let's go down to 3,500 for now. Ludlow traffic, November 033 Foxtrot is 10 miles to the west, 5,000 feet. Gonna be landing runway 26 for full stop. Taxi back, Ludlow. I'm gonna put some trim in to hold this descent for us. So this field is going to be north of this I-40 here. But other than that, I don't know anywhere else we're going to be able to identify it other than possibly railroad or power line. Railroad jutting up. Okay. I think I see what might be a strip. Maybe. Alright, yeah, I think I see it. Low traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, about 5 miles to the west, re-entering the left downwind, runway 26, full stop, taxi back, Ludlow.
Amboy traffic, Cessna 4 Mike Charlie, we are clear of the runways, taxi to Roy's, Amboy.
Alright, pre-landing checklist, brakes, pedal test. Landing light, let's get that on there.
Whoever that is, we could not hear you, just static.
Seat belts are on. Make sure it's best power, tail flaps as required. Okay, they're currently open. Maybe this might be a runway. I think it's true that see and be seen is very important when you're flying, Mark. I've flown with my landing light on before. Personally, as a student, I've never read anything that I can recall stating that you need to turn your landing light on at 300 feet. Not to say that there isn't something. Ludlow traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, left downwind 26, full stop Ludlow. Huh, yep. It's actually in here. Right, 1700, so we'll say 2700 feet. There's a beam, the numbers. Power back to, that's about good, maybe 10 degrees flaps.
Amboy traffic,
Left by left wing, looks clear. Wow. Ludlow traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, left base 26, full stop, taxi back Ludlow. I roll right into final. Ludlow traffic, 33 Foxtrot, left base to final approach 26, full stop Ludlow. Alright. Let's rudder for center. To straighten our aircraft, I should say. And then drive it down to the runway like a car. We got that weather change right as we were coming in on final. But we got an acceptable landing there.
Amboy traffic, 2 miles east, 1,000 feet, overfly Amboy and make left downwind. Amboy traffic says 5 runway, base runs runway 26 Amboy.
Alright, we're gonna go down here. Clear these clouds out again. Clear this layer out. Well, so far, Active Sky 12 has been working out exactly like I expected to. JPC coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, Raiders. I just landed at a small private airport. We're en route to Amboy. However, I forgot to file my flight plan before I departed. So I'm touched down here for a full stop. I'm going to file my flight plan real quick, and we'll get back going. Where is the exit?
Amboy traffic says 5 runway, final runway 26.
I guess there's... Okay. Well, a little late to make the back taxi call, so I guess there's only one taxiway onto this runway. Alright, let's step off the runway for just a minute. And then I want to go over here and file my VFR flight plan real quick. Let's see. We have my VFR type 206. Departure, we took off from Lima 35 off black time. I don't think we can do a historical time, so we're just gonna say, well, we can try a historical time. 8, 9, 10, 11. Even if a historical time won't work, we'll find out. 7,500 cruise, 110. Figured en route time was an hour, and we took off with 60 gallons, 16 things, so we had about 4 hours of fuel on board. VFR. Put the channel in here. And virtual USA flying club.
Radio check.
Alright, historical time did work, how about that?
5 by 5.
Flaps up. Landing light off. Cow flaps are open. Ludlow traffic, November 033 Foxtrot. We're gonna back taxi runway 26, Ludlow. Strobes going on.
Ludlow traffic, stationary 4-jet Alpha circling overhead midfield at 3,500 feet, and we'll circle back to the east, Ludlow.
Amboy traffic, mall 7, turning base, east of the field, Amboy.
Alright, so we got traffic overhead, circling. I can't tell if it put a new cloud layer in on us or not. Let's see here. Okay. Winds are still...
Kilo, November, X-ray, Papa, airport information, Papa, 0155, Zulu, weather, wind, 259er, at 8, visibility, 7, sky condition, ceiling, 1,300, light wind,
So winds are still out of the west.
Amboy.
Low traffic, November 033 Foxtrot. We'll be taking runway 26 with a left downwind departure to the east. Ludlow. Okay, count flaps open.
Ludlow traffic, stationary 4-jet Alpha. It's about 3 miles east of the field at 3,500, departing the area to the east. Last call, Ludlow.
Okay, so we've got traffic departing the area to the east.
Amboy traffic turning final, mall 7, at 1,500 feet, clearly.
We've got a winds coming out of the that way.
Amboy traffic,
Airspeed's coming alive and rotate. Positive rate. Climb out about 80. Field elevation on 1700, so let's go up to 2500 before I make a crosswind. Alright, we're almost there. I'll lift my left wing. Looks clear. Ludlow traffic, November 8032 Foxtrot is turning left crosswind 26 Ludlow.
Did someone just land on Route 66?
So why wasn't the only one that actually saw that on X-Plane?
That'd be funny.
It was like Celis, yeah, it was the Celis on my scope, and I think it was 157 Charlie X-Plane.
Alright, looks clear.
I'm having a hard time to navigating this airfield right now. Plus me into
Yeah, 157 Charlie X-ray just landed on the runway, if you want to call it that. A lot of rocks, but on the park next to the rest of the guys.
Alright, I think 3,000 feet will be decent. Amboy was only...
Wonder if there's some scenery differences.
There's always that possibility. I could really only check the X-Plane one.
It kind of made me want to depend on Route 66 now.
Ludlow traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is on the left downwind runway 26. We're going to be departing the area to the east. Last call, Ludlow. Alright, so we're going to follow this I-40
In November 2 Kilo Lima, the pilot down.
for about 10 miles or so.
You see me out there right away.
And if we're doing 120, figure 2 miles a minute,
In November 2 Kilo Lima,
about 5 minutes or so.
Spun out on the runway. Amboy traffic, Cherokee 1419er, left downwind for the gravel runway, landing northwest, Amboy. Amboy traffic, station Air 4 Jet Alpha, 10 miles northwest of the field at 2,200 feet. We'll be making full stop, Amboy. And November 2 Kilo Lima, show me on the gravel runway, depending on the gravel runway, straight out the Patrick.
Alright, what is that splits down? Is that a railroad? That's probably a railroad. I don't think that's a power line. Looks like it's probably a railroad. So just before I-40 curves to the north there, to the left, we're gonna make our right-hand turn. You know what? I guess we could have followed that railroad. Why didn't I think of that? Because it's gonna take us pretty close to the restricted airspace. That's why I didn't go that way.
Amboy traffic, Cherokee 1419er, turning left base to land northwest, Amboy.
Let's do it though. Let's follow the railroad. That'll give us a nice visual.
And I accidentally departed on Loop 66. That's an interesting one.
Amboy traffic, station Air 4 Jet Alpha, 5 miles northwest of the field at 2,200 feet. We'll enter the left downwind for a northwest runway, Amboy.
Definitely socked in over that way, back to the west
Make
there.
sure you guys get your information into that temporary channel after you arrive. I gotta get going. Thank you, Michael, for putting this together. I appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
You're welcome, JPC. Thanks for coming in and flying into Amboy.
Amboy traffic, Cessna. We're probably about 7 miles to the south. We got the approaching traffic in sight. We're gonna go ahead and follow them. We'll be entering a left base for the northwest runway, Amboy.
Alright, Mike, JPC, I appreciate it.
Off on the left island of the northwest runway, Amboy. Amboy traffic, Cherokee 1419er. I'm taxiing to the end of the runway. I'll back taxi on the dirt path on the left, Amboy.
That's not what I want.
Amboy traffic. Station 4 Jet Alpha, left face of the northwest runway, Amboy.
We're almost 10 miles out.
Amboy traffic, Cherokee 1419er, exhibiting runway.
$670 feet.
Amboy traffic, Station 4 Jet Alpha, turning final on the northwest, runway, full stop, Amboy.
Alright, I think I see the field. Let's go ahead and drop down to about 2,500 or so. Hop's gonna go high, mixture's full ridge. And get us over to the right fuel tank. You ever notice how it takes power to go fast and it takes power to go slow? Amboy traffic, stationary 033 Foxtrot, about 10 miles to the west, 2,500. We'll be intending to enter the left downwind to land northwest. Amboy traffic.
Amboy traffic, Cessna 114 Whiskey Papa's long left base for the northwest runway, Amboy. Amboy traffic, Station 4 Jet Alpha, clear of all runways, Amboy.
About 7 miles.
Amboy traffic, 114 Whiskey Papa, turning final for the northwest runway, Amboy.
Somebody, are the lights a center line or are they along the side?
a success. So we figure 1,700 feet is about what we want to be at when we get to our left downwind here. We're about 2150 right now. We're still doing great on fuel. Not burning nearly as much as I thought we would. Amboy traffic, station area 033 Foxtrot is 5 miles to the west. Going to be entering a left downwind for the northwest runway, full stop, Amboy. Let's go ahead and get down there to pattern altitude, 1700. Let's get our landing.
Amboy traffic, Will Force Papa's clear the runway. We're going to taxi back in the grass.
Alright, landing light on. Okay. Edge. Props high. Okay, pre-landing. Brake test. Brakes feel good. I think we're good. Alright, we've got that taxiing traffic in sight. Amboy traffic, station area 033 Foxtrot is on the left downwind for the northwest runway, full stop. And we have that taxiing traffic in sight, Amboy. Beam the limited numbers that are not there. Okay, it's showtime, power back. Wing flaps 10. Good fixing, you might have went direct. And I made a full stop at another airport. Yeah, I forgot to file my flight plan before I left Big Bear, so I stopped at another airport and filed. Amboy traffic, station area 033 Foxtrot is on left base, rolling into final approach. Northwest, full stop, Amboy. Wind is kind of brutal. Flaps 2. Wait, is this the runway? Or is it the other one the runway? The runway now. Alright. See if we can get over there. The other one might have been the runway in this scenery too, for all I know. Very good possibility. There's got to be a cut over somewhere. We're almost to the end here. Amboy traffic, stationary 033 Foxtrot is clear to northwest runway and taxiing over to Roy's. Amboy. This is Amboy scenery for X-Plane. Is available on the X-Plane forum. From what I can tell, it's a pretty decent job. Huh. That must be the road. Please don't say we're about to get run over by a truck. Alright, here we are. Let's see if I can grab this as a screenshot. Alright, that's good enough, I think. My screenshot only does the main X-Plane monitor, which is the left side. Okay. Yes, all of these rotary encoders here are hooked to an Arduino Mega. And Air Manager is kind enough to handle the Arduino coding for me. So yes, all of this whole panel here is all Arduino based. Alright, well that was, I actually enjoyed that one. That was a good one. Albeit I might have landed on the wrong one, on the taxiway, instead of the runway, but still a decent flight. So yes, Arduino, it handles all the, Air Manager handles all of the Arduino coding. You know, so you just go through and essentially tell it which pins you have each, encoder connected to, and it handles all of the programming, language encoding and all that stuff. So it really makes it convenient. Okay, we are here in Amboy. Let's hop up and take a kind of a view. Yeah, pretty decent airport. It is available on the xplane.org. Okay. Let's go ahead and secure our aircraft here. Flaps up. Cow flaps closed. Let's get all of our lights off. And get our avionics off. G5's going down. Make sure to lean. Mags to off. And masters off. Okay. Alright everyone, well, I want to thank you all for coming in and flying the event this evening. I gotta jump up here myself, but it's always my pleasure to fly with you. Okay, let's get off of here. Parking brake. Parking brake on. Alright, I think we're set.
Thanks, Michael, man.
You're welcome. Have a great evening. Let's disconnect from VATSIM and head back to the FBO and chit chat for a minute. And I'll see you over there.
Alright, there we have it. I would like to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out and flying this evening. Quick recap of our route. Departed out of Big Bear. We had to look up the correct departure procedure. And I just want to kind of make sure I did that right now that I'm thinking about it. So kind of along the south side of the lake there, and then parallel, and then kind of northeast over Baldwin Lake. And what did we do? I imagine that was close enough. I'm sure we were still south of those waypoints we needed to be south of. And then just for flight training purposes, we decided not to go through the restricted area. We followed the VOR up the Hector. We followed the VOR radial up to Hector, the VOR, and then proceeded outbound from Hector to the Ludlow private airport. We did a full stop there, and then took back off, departed, and followed the railroad all the way down to Amboy. So, pretty fun flight. I enjoyed that one. It seemed like we had a pretty decent turnout. That always kind of makes me feel good when we get a lot of pilots coming in for an event. Don't know if we're going to be getting into anything tomorrow. If we do, it's going to be kind of impromptu. But real quick, I do want to give out a couple thank yous. We were offline and we received a new follow from Agent ZZZ27. So thank you for coming in with that follow. Jet Pilot Cinnamon with the raid earlier, as well as a resubscription from him. That's about it. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to discuss this evening. Yeah, I don't think so. Great flight. Thanks again. Flying is fun. It's always more fun when it's more than one. And you all make that happen for me, so I can't thank you enough for that. I hope you all had fun. Strando came in and rode for a bit. Strando, I saw you join the Discard. Take a look at the Sim Hardware channel. If you have any questions about anything you see in there, feel free to ask it. I'll do my best to answer. Tabletop Android, Mark, appreciate, always a pleasure. Mark is the flight coordinator, the GA flight coordinator with the Pilot Club. So check out the Pilot Club for some airliner and a lot of your heavier type flying. But they do a weekly GA event every Tuesday that caters towards a smaller GA crowd. So check them out at thepilotclub.org. So thank you, Mark, for coming in. Always a pleasure flying with you. And then WestJet was in here earlier. Good Fixins, another member of the Virtual USA Flying Club, another fellow admin came in, said hello. DreamNid was here earlier, who actually flew in the event, so I was happy to have him aboard for a bit. Rob Valkyrie came in, Sparky Pilot 86 was here, and WestJet was here at the beginning. So, if I did miss anybody, I do apologize. The chat doesn't always keep everything from what I can have seen. Yeah. You all have a great evening. Let's see who we can send you over to for the rest of your evening enjoyment. I will send you over to my friend Steven, STW222. He is flying, looks like, in the VATSIM FNO this evening. So we'll send you over there. Have a great night. And again, it was my pleasure flying with you. We'll see you next time.